In the video you're about to see, I'm in the car, windows up, no one's around, it's in the morning. It's about 20 minutes ago. The video is about women rejecting me, regardless of race. If there was a black woman dressed like them, she'd reject me too, but I have a little bit better of a chance because of people's cultural barriers and racial barriers and their opinions in regards to these things. Obviously, if love isn't derived from justice, it's not love. That's why being a pansexual is wrong. It is not doing God justice, it's not doing man's justice to be pansexual, homosexual, bisexual, transsexual, because it's not natural. The first it's called procreate for a reason. Procreate. Naturally procreate. Where does justice come from? Justice was revealed to humans through nature. So is righteousness. So is love. So if it's not natural, it's a perversion and it's a twist. Okay? It's part of why I'd never be homosexual, and I take great offense to them making me seem like I'm homosexual by putting red on my lips, editing my videos and pictures. It is 100% against my religion, and it is 100% at odds with God to be homosexual. Okay? It's 100% against my religion and 100% at odds with God to use your cultural norms and preferences instead of romantic justice. You're not doing the most righteous man justice if you reject him. Okay? Only women in my family are allowed by God to not date me if I try for them. They say, hey, I'm in your family. Okay? I'm not interested in women in my family. Okay? Nobody who has an invalid marriage or is single is allowed to reject me by God. That doesn't mean I'm going to fucking kill him or beat him up or say, hey, bitch, and grab him by the hair and throw him in the trunk. I don't give a fuck about a bitch like that. And it's not the right thing to do. Okay? But it's obvious this is the case. It's obvious. Can you imagine some bearded feminist idiot talking about, oh, no, she should have sovereignty? Look, if you're too stupid to do the right thing, you shouldn't have sovereignty over your body. Okay? If people cut themselves, for example, they get going to the psych ward. I don't see you taking on mental health over that. Okay? If you're too stupid to do the right thing, you shouldn't have sovereignty over your body. On the same token, all other guys are doing the wrong thing. They're too stupid to do the right thing with their bodies, much less do the right thing to tell you what to do with your bodies. Okay? It's that simple. I'm the last person ever doing the right thing, so all you feminists should calm down and say, well, no, why would you even be mad at me? I've proven definitively that no guy ever has the right to tell you what to do after I die. Okay? Not divinely, not logically. Okay? Why would you be mad at me? And why would you want to withhold from me an attractive woman when I'm the most righteous person that ever lived and have the only logical argument as to what's best for people, including women? All right, so look at these pictures. What do they have in common? You see what most people would describe as at least 3 different races. Okay? One is like a Jewish-looking person, and one's a white girl with blonde hair, and one's like a Hispanic-looking person. If you look really carefully, it's like they're all simply Jews, right? That could be the IDF right there. You see what I'm saying? If you look at the IDF women, you'll see that they have a certain spectrum that fits that. Now, I don't care if they're Jews, whites. I don't care if they're black people who painted themselves white. My point is their cultures. Okay? Every one of those females, if they were single, would reject me. Now, why? First of all, Ross, right? This is like, I like the clothing there. It's, more or less, right? It's simple. It's plain, okay? But I don't like the cultures that are associated with it, which is cultures of social norms and acceptance and not moral precision. She would be like, hey, I'm not going to talk to you, basically in her own way, okay? See how she's kind of showing off her tits a little bit? There's some cleavage there, Okay, see how this chick over here, the second picture with the foot, it almost at first glance, if you're not really paying attention, you might think that's her panties around her ankles, okay? It has that kind of association, okay? It's sexually suggestive. And even when you realize what it is, the heels, you think of, it's sexually suggestive in certain ways, okay? A lot of people say, oh, those shoes are cute. Okay, to a lot of women, they are cute. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about how all these women would reject me. The one in the yellow is probably the most my type. That one's probably the most sexually provocative. It's like, oh, wow, it'd be fun to have sex with that person, right? Okay, It's not fair. It's not fair that all these women, if they were single, are too fucking stupid to even give me a chance, to hear me out. Because to hear me out is to see why I'm smarter than they are and why it's wrong to leave the righteous, less than rich hero thrown under the bus when you're single instead of giving him a chance. How many guys did you throw the pussy to, you fucking... how should we put this? You ignorant people. How many scumbags who are players did you sleep with? How many government oppressors that run psyops on people like me? These people do not care about God or righteousness. 1 John 2:15, do not love the world or anything in the world. If anyone loves the world, love for the Father is not in them. So why did they find their lives in the world? Why do they love their cultures and not moral precision? Why don't you love righteousness, you fucking whores? Why did you whore yourselves to the gods of the cultures of this world, the idols of the cultures of this world that sold you on the idea of being a fucking coward? Can you imagine the feminist scum and the white supremacists watching this video, okay, saying, oh, he better not say that. He's not supposed to say that. He sounds like a misogynist. I'm mad because they shun me for being righteous. I don't give a shit about what your color of your skin is. I care that you create fucking cultures that make it so attractive women shun people for righteousness, and desperate women who will date anybody, especially who the government pushes them to date, are the only ones who want to date me, and that's even if that at this point of targeting. That's fucking ridiculous. And then your bitch ass, less than kindergarten, fucking scared gay kid in the corner who found a group to fucking hang out with acting bad response is fucking pathetic.